Hey, Dan Meyer here, and we're back for part 2 of making sense of your numbers. So the first half, we focused really on kind of like the vocabulary of a big data analyst, which is like not what you want to be doing because you're probably not a big data analyst. I am. I have been one for 25 years. I have a team of people that know how to use data, how to analyze it. So what we've been doing in part 1 and what we'll do in part 2 is focus on the kind of like the system you should be creating to be more successful with your data. So just a quick review of what we talked about in the beginning. We talked about what are the most important parts of understanding data, just to give you the information, not for you to do it yourself, but for you to understand what needs to be done so that you can benefit like big companies benefit, right? If Microsoft and Apple and Google and Amazon, they're super successful because they're using data, you can do the same. I've got someone that can help you. So at the end of this part 2 of our video, I'll walk you through some of the key things you can do to get started to make sense of your numbers. So you want to assess the culture of your business. And if it's just you, how data-driven are you? Can you make sense of your numbers? Do you want to make sense of your numbers? If you can't, if you don't want to, if you can't do it because it's not your cup of tea, you just don't like doing it, it's too time-consuming, delegate that, offload that, take it off your plate, right? So basically you want to be able to make sense of your numbers. And you can do this through having people that can do things like business analytics and do data science and develop models and do all kinds of system architecture. All this stuff that big companies do, you don't have to invest like they do. It's all stuff we can do for freewares. We can use free softwares. We can do things that are quick and easy for you to do to make sense of your numbers. You don't have to really be a software engineer or a big data developer or a business analyst to do these things that we can do. We can bring them to you. And the important idea we want to kind of really get you towards, we want you to think about this key thing. For us to be able to make sense of your numbers, take all your data, it has to come in one place. So you want to think about all the data in your business like a lake of water. And a lake feeds an ecosystem, right? Fish live in the water. Water can be used, so animals can come drink at it. We can drink at the lake. We can fish at the lake. We can use the lake to water our agriculture. We can even use the lake to power our cities through dams and technology. The idea is that all that water feeds an ecosystem. Your data is your water. Data should feed your business ecosystem. So whether you're one person or 100 people in your company, you want to think about all the data you're generating, all the data that lives in your lake, and how can you bring it in there and start using it to run your business. That's what we'll do for you, right? We will help you become more organized. We will help you figure out how to take advantage of what we call the fuel of the fourth industrial revolution. We live in the data age. We live in the era of big data. And companies that don't use data to fuel their drive will fall behind. Again, look at the Fortune 500. The top 10 companies 10 years ago were banks and oil companies. The top 10 companies now, most of them are tech companies. They didn't exist 10 years ago. They got there by understanding how to use data to be able to target their customers, to attract and retain customers, to be able to grow their engagement, to be able to monetize their use of the data they gather. This is what you want to be able to do in your business. So it will be able to help you do all the things you need to be able to do. It starts with data analysis, but we also do things like anything you could do from a computer. YouTube videos, Facebook ads, social media management, marketing materials, email campaigns, media bookings, data entry, anything you could think of that you want to be able to do, we can do for you. But I want you to think about your data first. I want you to think about what it is that you're doing right now. And is it anything when you have the data around you? Can you really understand the demographics of your target population? Give you an example. I worked with a client recently who is a speaker, a public speaker, and she goes around and she speaks about mindset change and about how to enhance and improve a self that you can use in the business world, right? So how do you improve your business self? How do you change your mindset to be able to be more successful in the business space? And she speaks all over the country. She's services a Spanish-speaking audience, right? So she goes around and she's looking for populations of Latinos or Spanish speakers that she can target for her talks. And she wants to be able to do targeted marketing because she's doing an online seminar. So she wants to target market by spending on Facebook ads, but she doesn't want to just do Facebook ads anywhere. She wants to micro-target to the zip code. So you can go out and find data on the US Census website that will break down Spanish-speaking people by zip code. And you can just use that data to target those zip codes. So instead of targeting everyone in a city that you think may have a lot of people that speak Spanish, like Miami or Los Angeles, you can micro-target just the zip codes that have a high percentage of people that speak Spanish. And that way you can save money and you can be more targeted. And she was super successful. She had over 1,000 people sign up for her conference because she micro-targeted on Facebook using zip code data. This is the kind of thing that we can do, right? So we can do your YouTube videos, your Facebook ads, whatever you need to do, we can do by helping bring data to the table. So every business is a data business, right? Even if you don't think you are, you are. Data determines your success. Data is a key strategic asset. Whether you're a large company or a small locally owned business, you have to make sense of your numbers. That's what we do at Sonic VA. We have virtual assistants who will help you grow your business using data. If you're interested in getting started, you can text the word data to 26786 and you'll get a reply back that will be a form. Fill out the form talking about what are the things that you need to do in your business to free yourself up. What are the things that you think you could bring into a data lake, your own data lake, that need to be analyzed? What are the types of data you have? Social media data, marketing data, email campaign data, customer database, information on where your customers live, what's profitable, what's in your inventory, what are you trying to do to make a profit. We'll figure out all this kind of stuff and we'll build you a system, right? So this is where we start. I'll take time with you to build a system. We will take 6 hours of time over 6 weeks, an hour a week for 6 weeks. I will work with you to scale up your business based on systems. We'll find the right virtual staff to help you do that. We'll be able to help build a way that you can grow your business like I grew mine. To do that, you want to text the word data to 26786. And you do that and you can get started. You can also go to our website, sonicva.com, check out our website. You can see what we do there. You can drop us a line, drop a comment here in the comment section. The bottom line though is, how do you start making sense of your numbers? On the surface, it's not that big of a deal. But as I walk through this, I kind of explain some concepts that may have just gone like this. And if they did, that's fine. You don't want to write it off though. You want to find someone that can do that. Someone who doesn't look at numbers and go, someone who looks at numbers and goes, I see a pattern. Wow, I see something that we should be doing. That explains why this happened. That explains why this didn't work out. I now understand what's happening in my business because the numbers are making sense to me. That doesn't have to be you. I've worked for and with many people who are great salespeople, who are wonderful people, but they just don't like Excel. They think Excel is evil. They think it's magic when I do my analysis. My team can do the same for you. So thanks for your time. I hope that helped. I want you to think about how you can start using more data and how you can use a virtual assistant to help you create this data lake of all your data that will allow you to be much more successful. So thanks for your time. Go out there and analyze some data.